Good evening. We are live from downtown St.Thomas Ontario with the mayor and special guest, Tony Bendel.
Yeah, Tony's been on our show a couple times now.
He certainly has.
It's great. We're starting to have repeat guests. Right?
Yeah, that's right.
There's a lineup.
Yeah. Finally.
Yeah.
It just took us, several years.
No, there's only 45,000 people in St. Thomas, so it's taken us. We're going the second time around now.
Guys, you know what they say: persistent pays off.
It does.
Yes.
It does, especially in St. Thomas.
Well, Tony, it is great to have you here tonight. We know that mostly we just talk going on the air of where we knew each other from and how many times we've been together in different projects in the past.
Mhm.
But truly, Tony is here representing the Legion tonight, or work that he's doing for the Legion. And so we're going to let you start off and tell us a bit about what's going on at the Legion. Catch the Ace, I guess, is really going crazy.
You know what? So thanks, guys, for having me come on here. It's always a pleasure to join Mayor's Update.
Yeah.
Catch the Ace, the Legion, great draw.
Yeah.
The first time we did it a couple of years ago at the start of COVID, basically kind of shut us down all through that.
Mhm.
But it was pretty popular. This is the first time what we're excited about because we've been able to open it to the city.
Yeah.
I approached some stores in St. Thomas, and they were like, absolutely, we'd love to help.
Mhm.
The Legion, per se, in today's world is it's sad to say, but it's dying.
Mhm.
The thought of veterans and everything, of course, now once you get up to Remembrance Day, and then it's all in the public's eye, and the people get recognition and the veterans, and so you get that what they call 2 minutes of fame.
Yeah.
Remembrance Day comes and goes, and we're done. Now we're trying to be out there, trying to generate funds, trying to stay in the community, because the Legion, as the mayor knows, we did a video a few years ago about the importance, what the Legion brings to a community. And for every community that loses a branch, it's devastating.
Yes.
Not just to family members or, members of the Legion, but you talk about all the veterans, and we're not talking about World War veterans. Of course, now the old boys now are the Korean vets.
Right.
They're the ones that are up in the 80s, 90s, right?
Right. And then our peacekeeping vets following that.
Absolutely. Like we have current personnel that are, coming home now and that are, these are veterans.
Mhm.
You don't think of them as veterans because we still think of veterans as the big war.
Right.
Right. World War I, World War II. You don't even really think of Korean vets as veterans. So that's our thing at the Legion is with today's youth is trying to keep our history, our vets, the new guys coming home now, the men and women that are currently serving, they're coming home. They need help. There's a lot of services. A lot of them have PTSD. Yeah. We had an individual that came down a couple of years ago. Took him a long time to come out of the house. Yep. He came down to the branch, and he came down on a day when we had the meat draw. So there's a lot of people. He was quite scared, actually. Yep. If anybody dropped a glass or made a noise, it was like this guy literally hit the floor. And I talked to him. I pulled him aside. We talked to him, and we said, you know what? Come on down on these days when it's quieter, and we'll work on this. And eventually it got to a point where he was coming down enjoying pool, cards, came in the meat draws, and he came up. He actually cried and said, you know what? I so appreciate just the opportunity to have a little bit of my life back.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
but that's one of the neat things that the Legion does do for veterans of every
branch does that. I mean, we are there for for me, I can't speak for everybody in the Legion, but for me, I grew up in the Legion when I was just a little guy in Mitchell. My dad was president of the Legion. He served in the military at the end of the war. I joined to honor my dad. That's how that came about. And our goal is to work on helping any service personnel coming home, their families, when they need medical devices, anything like that. That's what we do. But the other flip side of this is the schools. Mm-hmm. So teaching today's youth on, not just past conflicts, but what it is our military does, what we've done, where we are in the standing of the world, the Canadian military.
And how respected our military has been over the years.
They are highly
right.
respected.
Canadian military has been well respected, but if we don't go to the high schools or to the schools and also share that part, it's not just about the fighting part or the war part. It's the Canada's place in the world was really solidified in the First
absolutely.
World War at Vimy and all through the Second World War.
You know what's really hard, though, is even in the school system now, we don't have the vets anymore that we used to one time, many years ago when I was Poppy chairman in Grand Bend. We used to go to the public school. We had vets that would actually go and do an assembly.
Tell stories.
Right? Yeah. And we would go up and they would, absolutely. They'd tell their story. We don't have that anymore. The vets now are they're just too old.
Right.
Our big wars, of course, we don't have anybody now to talk about that. And the school systems are almost like, we just don't have that time anymore. We just don't have in our curriculums now. And it's tough. It's tough to get into the schools. So that's why during the Remembrance Day, when we do the Poppy campaigns and that, and then we have our youth education officer that does the poster contests that we do for the kids, which
and essay contests.
Joe, you've been
I certainly have judged
it
whenever asked. Yep.
And then we used to do the public speaking.
Yes.
And I've just been informed here recently that we're no longer doing that anymore. So there is no more public speaking for the kids. Maybe some of the other bigger branches in the cities are still doing it, but for us here, we're still doing the poster. And when I was a youth education chairman, that was one of the things I loved, was working with the kids. And we've also raised money and helped sponsor kids to go over to Europe and go visit the fields over there. And it's important.
Yeah. And Margaret McKnight's commenting. She's one of our viewers. She's saying 100% true story. Tony, have family with PTSD who served and are serving.
Yes.
Yeah. Hi, Mark.
and certainly PTSD in one member of our service can certainly affect the whole family. Right. It is many of our veterans came back with severe PTSD, but it caused quite a problem in a lot of families, as the veteran themselves are too proud to really talk about it, but it affected their families and children. So it's great to see the Legion, what the work the Legion does on work like that.
And would you say it was more hidden like in the Second World War than it is now?
Yeah. It's such a hard topic today to try and make people understand like where we are, what we're doing, where we're trying to go. Because as not only our old timers are dying, our memberships are going down, communities are losing branches, and we're trying to generate, like a lot of service clubs. It don't matter what club you are, they're trying to recruit new members is hard. It's hard, but there's an old stigma with the Legion that, at one time, yes, you had to be a direct descendant.
Right.
You could not just go and join, and now anybody can actually become a member. That also, on the other side, just not delay time here, but current military personnel kind of take offense to that because
it's not as special as it once was.
That's
but
right.
You can't keep the numbers up if you make it such an exclusive club that nobody comes. People that want to care about Legion should be allowed to be there. So,
and I do it on their behalf. So that's why when people say to me, "Thank you for your service," I say to them, I appreciate that, because what I'm doing now is I'm fighting for our past service personnel or current ones that are trying to get help. We go to Veterans Affairs in Ottawa. We fight for them, for our people here that need medical or whatever supplies they need. So,
Tony, what can somebody from St. Thomas do to assist the Legion? We've talked about other service clubs on our show. But if you see the Legion as the one thing that I'd like to help, that can somebody just walk in and say, "Hey, I'd like to join. I'd like to help."
Oh, absolutely. So everything that we do at the Legion is open to everybody. Okay, you do not need to be a member to come down. So if you want to come down, every Saturday we have meat draws. So all these events that we do generate funds to help us, not just for daily monies that we need to run the branch, but it's
for the special things we do for veterans and the lobbying for veterans. Yeah.
I mean, just recently, not too long ago, where we did a donation to Parkwood Hospital for bed lifts for veterans. $25,000. It takes a lot of things. So meat draws every Saturday we do. There's euchre every Thursdays. Starts at 1:30 in the afternoon, free for everybody. You can come
every
on down.
Thursday. You can play euchre.
Yep.
What time?
Yep. It starts at 1:30.
Wow. I've got to sneak out of City Hall, but the Legion
not too
isn't that far. No.
That's right.
Well, there's a summer drop into it's a all for fun $2 a player.
Okay,
so
great.
that's kind of a mixed thing. We also have on June 3rd we have a bottle drive and a can drive coming up. So everybody that has bottles, cans, whatever, please you can come over to the branch, drop them off. These are all things that help us.
And these
out.
funds go towards helping veterans and
they go for whichever like our main poppy fund campaign that we do for the poppy drive. Why it's so important, because that goes for veterans. We have people that have scooters, they can't afford to get maintenance done on them, new batteries, whatever, because those aren't cheap. So if they're a veteran, we supply that for them. We pay all that. The school kids, when they need community service hours, we do that at the Legion. We need help there. I was actually asked if I could just mention on May the 28th, we have a cleanup that we're doing there, which is inside and the outside grounds of the branch.
Super.
So we're asking for volunteers. There'll be a barbecue for everybody comes over and helps.
Right on.
It's food.
Perfect.
Food.
Coming up fast.
I do a lot of stuff for food. So so we help kids with their community hours, and it definitely helps us.
Yeah, I think we've got a trivia question as well.
Go.
Oh.
So there's a street that the Legion is on, and our question is, what is the name of the street the Legion is on that is no longer one way?
And that's been since the 50s, right?
It was turned into a one-way street, and we, because of the construction happening on Talbot Street, have had to make that street two-way to allow people to, otherwise there'd be no way to get onto it. Right?
No, that's right.
I know it's been crazy.
Yeah.
Just like north of Talbot, you get caught in there, you go, and then you end up having to come all the way back.
Right, turn around and come back because I can't go down. I can only go up.
Hey, and I got the Talbot Street construction shirt now too.
Oh, did you? I
saw that.
Right, I saw you were over at Malachi's.
Yes, I went to Malachi's and got one.
So we could rebuild the mayor. No, I'm just
absolutely.
kidding.
And speaking of getting turned around, I was just down heading towards Elm on Centennial, and then I realized I can't go that way anymore.
They're really moving fast on the roundabout at Elm and Centennial.
Yeah.
Thank you, County and Central Elgin. You're moving. It was one of the most needed roundabouts, and they're moving fast.
So
it looked like it would be done really quickly.
It's incredible. Yeah.
It looks really nice. And when I just saw that aerial picture, I don't know who took that, but to try and think of what it used to look like to what you see now, and it's like,
and how
convoluted
did they build that? Corner it was. Well, it took more property than a normal roundabout because it's not a four-legged stool. It's offset turns.
Right. Yeah,
that's right.
Those roads. What about construction up? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, no. If you, I just the mayor had mentioned about Chase the Ace.
Yeah.
So the Catch the Ace is our second attempt at the draw. So we have Fenland's Variety on Confederation Drive.
Right.
Sandra, when I went in and talked to her, she's like, absolutely, we'd love to help the Legion. So they're selling tickets for us. Tickets are actually these little guys here.
Yes.
So what they are is we hold a draw every Thursday at 12:30 live on the Facebook page here for the Legion.
Right.
Also, Andrew Buttigieg for Railway 1856, the mini golf in the mall. They're selling tickets for us.
Great.
Good.
And the branch here, the Legion, you can get your tickets there. And of course, Councillor Gibson.
Gibson will always be able to tell you where you can get tickets, and from her.
Rose is a selling machine.
Isn't she?
Powerhouse.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, she would sell ice to Eskimos. She really would. She is a fantastic
and they would call her for more.
They would call her for more. So what we do, there's 52 cards and envelopes. They're in a locked cabinet down in the Legion. So how it works is you buy a ticket, you put your name, your address, your phone number, and what envelope number. On our Legion page every week, I pin a picture of the current board so you can see what envelopes have been picked. So if Mayor Joe here gets his ticket pulled and he wants envelope 25, say, so we go up to the board, we pull that envelope, we open it up. If he does not find the ace of spades, then that 20% of the weekly sales, that is what he will win.
Right. So it's still a pretty good prize to win on a weekly basis.
Absolutely.
Right? It's not the big prize, but
have your ticket pulled, you're going to win. You are a winner. Okay.
Right.
If you do find the ace, then you win whatever the progressive jackpot is,
Right.
plus, which it's currently at $964.50.
So pretty.
So we're going to be over 1,000 this
Yep.
week. So tomorrow
Mm-hmm.
is the draw, and so with that winning, you don't only win the 30% progressive, you'll also win the 20%.
Mm-hmm.
And if we have 2 hidden jokers. Well, one now because one just got found. We also have other community partners. So Greek and Go on South Edgewater donated $40 gift certificate.
Wow.
And Legends.
Wow, what a great place.
That is.
For fish and chips.
They are awesome.
And very good.
And their burgers are good too.
I hear that.
I haven't had one yet.
Yeah, they, it's not like.
I don't know why, but I just not as, burgers just aren't all that special.
Well, of course, no, I understand that. I know where you're coming from with that one. But so it's nice there. And of course, Andy at Legends.
Oh, yes.
What a community guy.
Well, he gives everything. So
Legends is awesome. They really are. Yep. They're legendary. See what I did, Andy?
I like that.
Yeah. So great. Thanks to everybody that helps us with this, right? So we have one joker left, which is Legends gift certificate. So say, Joe, if you were the lucky winner tomorrow, you win the 30%, the 20%, plus you're going to get the extra.
Oh, everything gets cleaned out so you can start
We're
again.
done. Right. Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Excellent.
So, it's a fun game, and this is the first time we've opened it up to the city. Sales are really starting to pick up now, and these are funds that we desperately need.
Yeah.
We really need members. We so encourage people to come and join. Help us out, help honor these vets, help us in the community. And let's keep it going because we're hurting. We're hurting. Our membership is getting really, really down.
Let's get some more people involved. We have so many new people to our community, Tony, that don't all know where everything is or who to call about it.
And this is, I think, with the great news that we've all experienced here just lately with what's coming to town, we have a major, opportunity here to grow. And our biggest thing is...
An influx of people hopefully means people who know, been a part of their Legion in another community too, and will seek it out here. Or if they're a kinsman or an optimist someplace else and they come to St. Thomas, it will help all of our service organizations, which communities just need. We thrive on the work that service organizations and places like the Legion do. So, look at, it used to be quite common. I just remember growing up, and I'm proud of my parents were good volunteers, but it was Tuesday night, Dad's out at insert service club here, Mom's out at doing a Girl Guides or whatever it was, right? And it's just not as common as it once was. Certainly with people, two working families makes it a little harder, but boy, does it ever give so much more back to your community if you can do it right.
Absolutely. And speaking of announcements, we had Tiny Hope groundbreaking
this week.
Yep.
Look, we're moving forward on Tiny Hope. I keep saying this is a huge event in the sense that we're doing a lot of housing from a city point of view. And yes, we've contributed to Tiny Hope also because we found local developer, the YWCA and Sanctuary Homes on their own say, let's do a project like this. Well, for the city to be involved on top of that makes it real easy for us. We're looking for more people to volunteer with that group, fundraise with that group, and any other developers out there that have the same desire as Doug Terry and the YWCA and Sanctuary Homes has. Let's do more. Let's look for where we can take little niches of land in our community. This was also a brownfield that we're cleaning up they are cleaning up to do this. The more we can do, better off we are. Happy to be at the groundbreaking this week. Yes.
Very exciting news. Just question came in. How much are the tickets, Tony?
Tickets are $5, and it's one ticket does not get you in every draw, so it's only for that week's draw. There was a little confusion.
So $5 a week is pretty good.
Yeah, though. I mean, a lot of people go out for their Lotto 649 or Lotto Max, and they buy whatever.
A lot of people buy a $5 coffee these days.
Right.
Oh yeah. I'm not one. No, I still like my $2 coffee, but they're $5 a piece. You can buy as many as you want. And like I say, we do the draw every Thursday at 12:30 live right on Facebook. And now that we cracked the $1,000 this week, we're going to start calling the winner live. We're going to
Oh,
do
wow.
it that way.
Perfect.
So yeah,
That's
just make
pretty
it more
exciting.
interesting.
Are you going to
sure.
record it?
What's that?
You going to record the call?
No, it's all going to be live right on.
Oh, when you're on
yeah.
Facebook,
Yeah,
you're going to
Facebook
call them on
Live.
Facebook
Yeah.
Live.
Yeah, absolutely.
Got
Excellent.
it.
Yeah.
So you are recording it.
So
Yeah.
we are technically. Yeah. But the other reason why
Mom,
we do it,
it's for you. No,
Wait, I'm sorry. What was the message?
Yeah.
No, sorry, Mom.
Yeah.
That's right.
Apparently you caught something, Mom. Yeah.
The reason why we're doing it live on here
Jokers
though
today.
is that's part of the Lottery Gaming Commission is
To show
If-
how you, right.
yeah, and if we
Oh, okay.
didn't do this live on Facebook,
Mhm.
like the previous, I had to record every draw and then
Yeah.
keep them in files. So it's just basically if somebody had a discrepancy or there was a complaint put in, we can
Right.
just
You
say,
got a
go back
copy
to
of
the
it.
video,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
Yeah, and that's why even when we did the cards,
Mhm.
put them in the envelopes, everything is recorded.
Right.
It's all done
Yeah.
that way. So. No, absolutely. People can go and buy as many tickets they want and help us out. $1,000 right now. I mean, we're only going to grow from here, so that's still nice to have extra in your pocket.
I was just trying to think, $200 for the tickets to almost guarantee you 1,000. That sounds right.
Yeah. You're one of
do
those
do
guys.
your odds. Yeah.
He's one. Yeah, you get the calculator out.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
not bad.
That's
It's
not
not
got
bad.
odds. Right.
All
There you
right. We have an event that's going on throughout the downtown to get more businesses downtown. We've promised to talk about it every week.
Right.
And it is on the Goose Chase app, and it's
Yes.
being run by Railway City Tourism. They have a scavenger hunt going on.
Right.
So, folks,
And it is that day, if you want it to be,
Mhm.
scavenger hunt. It's that week. It's over the course of the whole of the downtown work.
but sometimes there's events, and if you don't go to that
Right.
event, you don't get entered in. So, like Jess and I were at the opening of the Horton Market, but Jess was a bit sad because she forgot to actually.
Bring her goose out.
Well, no, she had the Goose app and she took the pictures, but there was a limit. Like you had to post your pictures by noon when the market closed. She didn't. She went on and she was like,
Oh,
missed
no.
the boat.
Oh.
Didn't get it.
Oh. So it's a
pay
really
attention.
old-fashioned scavenger hunt. It is do certain things to, and
Win the
look at
prizes.
right now, folks. Listening to the construction today out of the mayor's office was really. I was on a Zoom and what is that in the background? But the construction going on has been vivid and active. But we really need your help with our downtown merchants.
Mhm.
And this is another way you can come downtown. Every one of the merchants is still, doing business in their way, front door, back door, other ways we can. But please be a big part of your downtown right now. The merchants really need you.
Mm-hmm. Another event coming up is Saturday. We've got the reopening of the Elgin County Railway Museum, where we were
Yes.
just today
We were
for
just
Business
in
After
there.
5.
Yes.
So you'll be able to go in, you'll be able to take tours, look at the train set. There
There
large
is no
thing
place
is
in town
massive.
that kids like better
I
than
even
the
love it.
Railway Museum.
locomotives.
Oh, look, and even old adults like old kids like me. Yeah, I could just wander around, look at old trains. It's just great. Can I climb on this? Yeah,
Well,
I don't have the ability anymore. But yeah,
Well, the old steam locomotive in there,
Yeah.
man, when you stand
Oh.
by that
Oh,
thing,
big that
it
thing.
is
Yeah.
just
I get it.
massive.
Right.
Yeah.
very
yeah.
impressive.
What a great collection! What a beautiful part of our city. We had the prime minister and the premier in there on the same day, and they both
Mm.
sat there going, "Who knew?
Yeah.
Right? Who knew? Right?
Even
I'm
today,
bringing people down. Right?
people from St.Thomas were in there for the Business After 5, and they was like, I did not know this existed. I was
Well,
like,
it opens
yeah.
this weekend. Please take your families down. That's the other thing that happens, Grayden. We've
Yep.
talked about this before. Great things in your own community you don't do.
Mhm.
Oh, you'll drive all the way to Niagara Falls for something. You'll go to another community. But until family comes to visit you in your own community, you almost never go out to a place like the
That's true.
Elevated Park or the
And
Railway Museum.
arguably, this is better than the CN Tower, in
Oh,
my opinion.
right.
I would rather go to this museum than the CN Tower.
Yeah, I'm not near as afraid of the heights here. No.
All right, next event is Project G-Force, which is happening at the historic Princess Ave Playhouse in St. Thomas from May 26th to
Oh, it's a
27th.
play.
It's
Okay.
a comedy, a bunch of comedy skits.
Ah,
And Matt Loop, he's from Rogers Radio. You might hear him in the morning. You probably recognize him. He's a
Okay.
local St. Thomas celebrity. He's a part of this group, and they do a phenomenal job. They put on a great one during COVID that we shared on one of our shows. So anyway, get your tickets. You're going to love it. We've got the Horton Farmers Market, which opened last
opened last
week for
Saturday.
regular
Yeah,
season.
get down there every Saturday now. We're till maybe forever. We did
Yeah.
a lot of winter markets last year, so please.
Absolutely. And then the Port Stanley train rides, Tunes on the Train. This is tomorrow. And they've got Celine
Wow.
Murray, Tickets are $45 plus tax. You book online at pstr.on.ca.
Do you have to sing yourself, or is there somebody else doing the tunes part?
No, I think Celine Murray is
All
doing
right.
all the singing, but maybe she wants accompaniment. Maybe you could join in. I don't know. You have to find out.
I've been told to be quiet at church. So my singing, it doesn't really
let your inner child out.
Yeah. I like to belt it out, but of course I have Stephanie, and I can listen to that voice all day long. So
she's got a voice. Yeah.
Oh yeah, very
voice.
talented.
Yeah.
And we've been talking about fireworks. The Kinsmen have fireworks for sale over at the Gearlings Home Hardware parking lot.
And the great work that the Kinsmen do in our community, please help them. This is one of their largest fundraisers, the selling of fireworks. They also help us put on the fireworks on Canada Day, and they sell fireworks then too. But please get to their trailer. If you're going to do a little small fireworks display in your backyard or your neighbor's backyard, get over there now and help them with the fundraiser.
Something just popped up about that. I just remember reading about this. So regarding fireworks,
yes,
are we doing it at Pinafore this year, or is it going to Password?
We will update you all next week on that.
Next week. There you go.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So
ignore my head shaking.
Yeah.
I know nothing.
Yeah.
Disregard that question.
The mayor does, but we're really still working what works best.
Yeah.
Look, Pinafore is becoming so enclosed by houses around it. The fireworks display itself has gotten smaller and smaller over the last number of years. It is still, I think, the crowd favorite, but if we can do a better show in a place with more parking, we're going to talk all about it. But what does the day look like? Not just the fireworks. We came out of COVID last year and had a much smaller than normal Canada Day. And we're looking at how do we make Canada Day the big thing that it was? And maybe it's two places, but maybe the fireworks are at a bigger place with more parking.
Very exciting.
I'm one of those old ones that I love fireworks. I do. The louder, the better. I love the boomers. But
I love the show.
The one I really enjoyed was the light one.
Oh,
the drones.
The drones are so fun.
At the Grayden event, that was incredible.
I've never seen nothing like that.
So I could watch that for hours.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm okay with fireworks. A little PTSD in my background too. So if I can see the fireworks, it doesn't bother me as much. But I enjoyed the drone show better than anything. So
incredible. Hundreds of drones.
That again too. Right?
And they do little like animated scenes in the sky.
Spell things
all
out.
programmed.
Make a picture.
A little train, a little baseball batter,
50
baiting.
drones up there all doing this at the same time.
Very cool.
You know, like I had a drone for a long time, the DJI one, and I had a hard time just trying to learn to make that thing just go straight.
Well, see, I had the large one too, and I got afraid because I was really worried if it ever fell out of the sky, it's going to hurt somebody. Yeah. And now I'm working with the micro drones, and it's just like
more fun.
I don't have to worry that I'm going to injure
this
people.
Gathering of all these drones, and I'm like, I can't barely do one.
Yeah. Oh well, it's all programmed
previously.
Yeah, I know, it's absolutely incredible. So fireworks, I've got one here. The Kettle Creek Conservation Authority is having Victoria Day fireworks at Lake Whitaker. Where else are we having
Lake Whitaker? Yeah.
Any shows? Do you know?
Well, no,
is that it?
It's not normal for us to have much on Victoria.
I know St.Thomas doesn't do it.
Some other communities have, but Canada Day is when we do our citywide fireworks here.
Yep. All right. Well, we're coming to another show. We have one more event, which is the Charity Euchre Tournament held by Urix.
Urix. Yes. I'm going to play again. I played last year for the first time, and it was fun. And it's a great fundraiser. Mr. Urich used to put this on. It's a fundraiser for the shelter, the women's shelter, I believe. Right. And please, if you don't have your ticket yet, get a hold of Urix and get in. Right. This is a great, euchre where you move from table to table. So you're not playing with the same partner all night. So with your friends.
That'd be fun.
You'll just get to walk by them as you're beating them. So
and Urix donates so much back to our community as well.
What a great
I was just going to say that between Urix and Gearlinks is another one that's just massive for this community. And we really luck out with the business partners.
Well,
incredible.
If you keep your business partners where they can be partners with other people and be part of a growing business community, it makes a big difference. And we need to support those that are good to our communities.
Doug Terry was another one that.
Oh, there's another one.
He did amazing for us at the Legion too.
And we talked about Tiny Hope and all of the. The Doug Terry Limited is a godsend to our community, as is the other ones we mentioned, and more.
Yeah, and they've stayed at it for years. I remember there was a story I heard about Doug Terry and his father, and there was another builder. I think it was like maybe Don West, and Don West is like, second only to Doug Terry, and they're like, how many homes did you build? And he's like, one. And the Terry's built 2 that year because it was not a good year, but they stuck it out.
They were a family business that's kept it going throughout this community, and we're proud to be St. Thomas. Doug Terry Limited and Doug Terry himself is well known now across the building people, across Canada,
all across
for what
Canada,
he's done for net zero and some of the other building methods that they're using. So fantastic.
Well, Tony, thank you so much for joining us today and sharing about the Legion, especially for people who weren't aware of what you guys do.
I appreciate it, guys. I thank you so much. And did anybody ever answer our trivia question?
They sure did.
Yep.
Mark McKnight got it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mark. There you go.
Yeah. John Street.
She's a smart cookie.
Well, they said John Street. Now, what's its real name? I gave that one away.
It was
Way also.
Yeah, it's actually changed now to Veterans Way, but
everybody in town knows it as John Street.
That's right.
Yeah.
The 2-way now. Two-way John.
Two-way. Yeah, it's a 2-way street.
Yeah. No, I appreciate it, guys. I really do.
Perfect.
Anytime we can talk about vets and the Legion
and what they do for our community and we can do for them.
Yeah.
We're proud to help.
We need members. Come on down. Just come on down and pay us a visit.
Very
Have
good.
some fun. Pool. Game of pool is only 25 cents.
There you go. Okay. And Mayor Preston, thanks again for all your time making.
I love being here. This is
time for us.
Wednesday nights are booked from here to wherever this phone goes in dates with Mayor's Update on Wednesday nights. So I missed one, and now I've got to make up. Right?
What do you do? What do you do if you have an open night?
Do
you feel lost?
Oh no!
What's an open night?
Yeah,
I don't understand. What is this open night concept? You mean?
Yeah.
I don't.
You don't know?
Sorry, no.
Yeah.
You don't know that one?
I'm not familiar with this.
You're not familiar with.
No, we find midnight to 6 we use just for sleep.
Yeah.
One
day, I've heard myths and rumors of these things.
Look, we get lots done on every night of the week. It seems.
Yes. Yeah. I understand that feeling.
See y'all next week, folks.
Thank you.